Howdy players, Tim here, and this is your PiMP Daily Dose for September 19th. Now, before you hit stop or dislike, let me just say I know I don't have a set of these. But, last week I went to Sydney and I got some hands-on time with Modern Warfare 3, and what I do have for you is a one-on-one interview with Robert Bowling from Infinity Ward. So, let's go! Okay, welcome to Sydney. We're here. It's a lovely day. See the Sydney Harbour Bridge in the background. We're going to talk to Robert Bowling from Infinity Ward about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to get some hands-on time with multiplayer. Let's go. Okay, so we're here with Robert Bowling from Infinity Ward, checking out the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Welcome to Australia.
Thank you. It's been awesome.
How do you find it?
I love it. I mean, I've never been here before. It's beautiful. I love it. I want to see more.
See more. Cool. So, as I say, we're here to see multiplayer. I've had a little bit of a go. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not the greatest at shooters. But you mentioned before off camera a little bit about the accessibility for maybe players like myself. So just tell us a little bit about that as far as this year's multiplayer and some of the other features.
Yeah, well, the multiplayer has been designed to be extremely accessible to every playstyle. So anyone can pick it up and play, have a really good time, but there's so much to it, so much depth to it that, you know, you can spend a lot of time mastering it. And this time more than ever, we've designed every element of the game to be more, you know, incentivizing for however you're good at the game, because, you know, the expectation is for a shooter, you need to be good at getting kills and not dying a lot. When in reality, there's a ton of ways that you can play the game and be good at it that don't involve being that good assault guy. And with Modern Warfare 3, we've introduced a lot of gear, a lot of equipment that we put at your disposal, and a lot of ways to unlock things that are all about rewarding every type of playstyle. So if you're a defender, if you're an attacker, if you're like the recon guy who's just trying to get info for your team, there's really something for everyone. Okay,
so as far as the hardcore players and making this more accessible, do you think some of the hardcore players might be a little bit put off by some of this?
No, not at all, because I mean, you still have that core staple, that assault class, that, you know, assault strike package. It is all about that guy who is a good assault player. And now what he has is teammates who are now supporting him in ways that allow him to do his job even better.
Securing Bravo. UAV online. Be secure. UAV online. Securing A. The bomb has been planted. Defeated.
Отлично. Ложимся на курс.
I understand there's been a fair amount of fan input put into this. So, you know, what and how was that included, and what were some of the specific features that the dev team wanted that maybe meant that some of the fan input stuff couldn't go in?
I mean, fan feedback is so essential, especially in Modern Warfare, because we have 30 million people who are extremely vocal, who are extremely, you know, engaged in everything that we're doing. And so we've been listening to all of that into, you know, the grand scheme of things, because when designing a Modern Warfare game, especially one of this size, it's just as much about polish and refinement as it is new additions. And that's where really the fan feedback comes in, is the polish and refinement stuff. So it's about, you know, losing stuff like Commando, one-man army, the game-ending nuke, last stand as a perk, balancing explosives so it's not, you know, bringing it back to that gun-on-gun focused gameplay. So that's, you know, that's where the fan feedback comes in, and down to specific features like the ability to scroll through your kill streaks on the D-pad. So say you unlock airstrike and a UAV at the same time. Before, you had to use them in order, so you had to call in the airstrike and then the UAV. But fans wanted the ability to, you know, choose what they call in first. So we've added that in directly from fan feedback. UI elements of like being able to see how close you are to your next one. All that stuff plays into it.
Yeah. So let's just talk a little bit about the servers. I mean, is there anything new or anything that you know, players need to know about that side of things?
On the server side, I mean, you know, it depends on the platform that you're playing on. Obviously, you know, on the consoles, it's all matchmaking. So we put a lot of work in how that matchmaking is decided upon, especially for our Australian players, because that's very important to them. It's about optimizing it so you're not treating everyone equally on how, you know, it's decided, because how you decided for an American player should be different than how you decided for an Australian player, because a good game for an Australian is not the American game. So we put a lot of work into that. On the PC side, we have matchmaking, but we also have a server browser and dedicated servers that gives them a lot more control over that experience.
UAV recon ready for deployment.
Advanced UAV ready. UAV online.
Kill confirmed.
We have the lead.
Heads up, enemy UAV spotted. UAV recon ready for deployment.
What about the Call of Duty engine? What's the specifics behind that, especially with Modern Warfare 3?
Well, the Call of Duty engine is always focused on gameplay. Every feature, every new tech thing that we add is how does that improve the core gameplay for the majority of players? That's where all our focus is. On the tech side, with Modern Warfare 3, especially from a single player standpoint, the size and scope of the levels that you're fighting in are bigger than anything we've ever done before, because we're fighting in the heart of major cities. So a lot of tech work, a lot of streaming work has went into the background to make sure that we can get that size and scope of level, but still maintain that smooth 60 frames per second, very high-speed gameplay.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How big are the maps and how many players can it support?
The maps in single player are huge. We also have large maps in multiplayer. Multiplayer is all about having that variety. You want the small, intimate maps for certain games. You want the medium ones, of course, and then you want the much larger ones for the big team games, the ground wars, and stuff like that. Generally, we're 18-player ground war is our biggest game because it's all infantry focused. It's focused on a very fast pace, always staying in the fight.
Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Cover me! I'm reloading!
UAV online.
Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
So will multiplayer always be a part of the Call of Duty games, or is Elite looking to maybe take that part over and maybe run with it?
No, well, Elite is an extension outside the game that really allows you to have more control over crafting that experience and learning how to be better at that experience. But, multiplayer is a key component to every Call of Duty game. But so is, single player, and so is Spec Ops. Especially in Modern Warfare 3, it's all about adding a variety of experiences that let you have a taste regardless of what it is.
With so many studios that were working on Modern Warfare 3, what were some of the challenges in making a cohesive game and making sure it all came together?
Well, early on, it's all about, coming to that shared vision because, at Infinity Ward, we have a very passionate design philosophies and vision of what we wanted to see Modern Warfare 3 be. And then coming in with co-developing it with Sledgehammer, who has a very fresh perspective, never worked on the franchise before. So it was interesting to work with them because they allowed us to execute on our vision, but also build on top of that in ways that we may have never had because they had a fan perspective of what they wanted to see in Modern Warfare.
Have you got any tips or tricks for anyone out there?
There are tons of tricks, but all mine are super specific. It depends on what type of game you're playing. For something like we have a brand new mode called Kill Confirmed, which is when fans see it, it's a completely different mentality of team deathmatch because you have to take a guy down and then he'll drop dog tags and you have to get those dog tags to confirm the kill. For that, the biggest tip I can get is to run in two-man teams because if you're running in two-man teams, you can deny the kill if your buddy goes down and it gives you a better chance to confirm the kill if you get into an engagement.
Okay, and what about some of the other? Is there any other new modes that are in this year's title?
There are a ton of new stuff that were added. I mean, one of my other new favorite modes is Team Defender, which is a new take on like Capture the Flag. So you have to grab the flag, but then you hold on to it. You don't take it anywhere, and it's all about holding on to it as long as possible to gain points. So it really becomes a defense game, but on the move at all times.
All right. And a favourite weapon and favourite equipment?
Probably favorite weapon right now is the ACR 6.8 with the holographic sight. Favorite equipment is probably portable radar because I'm an objective player, so I love to just throw that on there and give me situational awareness or use it on a flanking route.
Okay. And for everybody watching, what else do you want them to know about Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer?
Oh, for multiplayer, there's so much stuff. I just want them to get in, play it, check out all the new stuff. There's so much stuff that we put in there that I'm just excited to see how people use it.
Friendly H6 Overwatch inbound. Explosive decoy on the way. Friendly stealth airstrike on the way.
And that's your PiMP Daily Dose for September 19th.
Tim, what are you doing?